go back to something you mentioned, Carol, that is that executive that has all their jobs, going back to their MBA, would there be a point, like what would be your recommended point or stage in someone's career to stop listing some of their professional experience? At what point it's better? I don't remember
Is
which.
less more.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, one of the things that I use as a guideline is that we need at least 15 years of your experience showing. But there is some advantage to listing some things that were long ago and far away, because sometimes, they're high up now, they're the chief operating officer, but really it connects with people to know that they started, in the machinery room. They started and then they were advanced to the person who's in charge of the whole operation, of the assembly line. And then, they grew. So when I find that some of those things are important, but we don't want to telegraph exactly how old is this person.
Mhm.
And with each job that you enter, you have to have dates. And so sometimes I put it in the about section, starting from early days in the assembly line or whatever. I grew my technical expertise and then got my MBA and, climbed the corporate ladder. So another thing that happens often is that you've got way back in your history 2 or 3 heavy hitter companies that really would be important to name drop. But you don't have to put them in your chronology if they're long ago and far away. You can name them in your about section. Or another thing that I do is I will give a listing that says positions prior to 2000 blah blah blah, or prior to 1997, or whenever you stopped writing your chronology. And then the notion that you can list those randomly without a whole lot of whoopla, but you get the name of the company in there. And when someone is looking for a top level executive, sometimes they're looking for people who have Fortune 500 experience, for instance, or they're looking for people who do have that connection to the common person who's working in the factory. And those things can be important. So, sometimes I just drop them in, and we don't list them as an experience per se, but we get their name in there and what they did.
Yeah, that's a great point to take them out, but still put them in the about.
Yeah.
Because and this is something you can do. You can look at your profile and search terms, and you can see what you're appearing for. But it's super valuable because, as you're mentioning, they look for people with experience in a certain company, like ex Deloitte or ex something.
Right.
And if you take it out, you're not showing up. But if you put it in the about, that's a great insight. I've never thought about it that way.
Yeah.